Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. This is Joel Perez here, bringing you your top 10 worst WWE Superstars of 2017. And I'm sorry that this is going up later than expected. It was expected to be up on Wednesday, but I ran into some time issues, so this is going to be up on Friday morning. I'm recording this Thursday night, and this will be up Friday morning alongside your top 10 best matches of 2017. So we're going to be doing that, but we're right here, top 10 worst WWE Superstars of 2017, and I feel like the beginning of this list is going to be more on superstars who have been booked incorrectly, and the second half of this list is going to be on superstars who cannot wrestle. So if you guys are angry and you go into the comment section and say the first half of this list is on superstars who it's not their fault that they've had a terrible year, do not complain, because that's the way I'm doing this list, because there's going to be superstars who have been booked terribly, and then there are just going to be superstars who are terrible. So that's the way this list is going to work. It's top 10 superstars of the year. We're going to be discussing who has been the worst this year, in ring, out of ring, in storyline, all that. We're going to be discussing it right here. Top 10 WWE Superstars of the year. Of course, before we do go into the video, I want you guys to make sure to go check out all the other content on the Ringside Wrestling channel each and every single week. Raw reviews, Smackdown reviews, pay-per-view reviews. You know the deal. We have Behind the Mic as your weekend presentation, and of course you're hearing your end of the year top 10s right now. So make sure, if you enjoy the content on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel, to subscribe to the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. Click that like button, and of course comment what you think of my list and your own list, because your opinion matters just as much as mine. So make sure to do all of that, because for now we're going straight into the top 10. Number 10. And number 10 is somebody who, like I was saying, it's not their fault, because Finn Balor is an amazing performer. But of course, the issue with Finn Balor is the way that he has been booked. Finn Balor came back from an injury the night after WrestleMania 33, and this guy has literally been doing nothing of importance probably ever since. He has never gotten his rematch for the Universal title, which he held before he got injured, first ever Universal Champion, never got his rematch for that title, and has been in meaningless, awful feuds with the likes of Bray Wyatt. We saw a hint of him doing something important with Samoa Joe, and it was just to set up the Survivor Series match, which he got eliminated from fairly quickly in favor of pushing guys like Triple H and Braun Strowman. He had a great match with AJ Styles at TLC, but the night after that he had that great match, he got literally buried on Monday Night Raw from a returning 50-year-old Kane. So Finn Balor has had no year to be impressed about, and it's not his fault, because when he's given the opportunity, you've seen it. This guy can go out there and have the match of the night like he did with AJ Styles. But Finn Balor has just not been given a good year to work with, and this is the result of this. He's on the top 10 worst Superstars of the Year list. Number 9. And number 9, once again, it's not her fault, because you've seen what Bayley can do. When she was in NXT being booked perfectly, she had amazing matches with the likes of Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, all of the above, Alexa Bliss, Asuka. Bayley can be a very enjoyable character, and I was even there at the Monday Night Raw last year where Bayley debuted. Everybody went crazy, but the way they have fallen and failed Bayley, bro, the moment that you can pinpoint and say that Bayley's dead is the Bayley This Is Your Life segment. Absolutely one of the worst segments of the entire year. She was not helped by the fact that Alexa Bliss in their candlestick match, where the point was for Bayley to finally come out and show this aggression, she just lost the women's title in 5 minutes, looked absolutely pathetic in that matchup, and ever since, Bayley has not recovered. Suffered an elbow injury, came back to nothingness, and ever since she's been in tag team scenarios directionless on the Monday Night Raw Women's Division, which isn't doing well itself. So I don't know what they're going to do with Bayley going forward. A seemingly once great gimmick ruined by terrible booking. Number 8. Number 8 is Bray Wyatt. And Bray Wyatt started off the year very well on SmackDown Live. And many would argue that he should have never left SmackDown Live. And I would agree with those who argue that, because he was in a great feud with Randy Orton, at least to start the year. And he was teaming with Randy Orton, held the Tag Team Championships, won the WWE Championship at the Elimination Chamber. Great Elimination Chamber match, just to lose it in an awful WrestleMania match. And that's really where things fell apart. He lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton, who it did no favors for. Then we went to this House of Horrors match, which absolutely fell apart, where he came to Monday Night Raw, drifted around and did nothing until he was put in a feud with Finn Balor, where he tried to become this Sister Abigail character. Instead of WWE doing the logical thing and debuting a woman as Sister Abigail, they made Bray Wyatt Sister Abigail. My God. And this year has absolutely been a train wreck. Went down with viral meningitis, came back, and once again, he came back to nothingness. Now he's in a feud with Woken Matt Hardy, and hopefully this will put some juice into the Bray Wyatt character. But right now, the Bray Wyatt character, if you ask me, is an absolute train wreck in 2017. And it is so very unfortunate that that is the case. Number 7. And number 7 is a man who's been in the WWE for 15 years at this point, Randy Orton. This has been a terrible year for Randy Orton. My God. He's just been absolutely boring, stale, and pathetic. If you would have turned this guy heel and brought him to Monday Night Raw earlier in this year in exchange for a Finn Balor or in exchange for a Samoa Joe, I'm sure Randy Orton wouldn't be on this list right now. But he's just been absolutely stale. As soon as he turned babyface, the feud with Bray Wyatt fell apart. And as you see on screen, he's been feuding with Jinder Mahal. He was feuding with Jinder Mahal for 3 months straight in a Punjabi prison with the guy. Lost all his pay-per-view matches to Jinder Mahal to go on and do nothing afterwards. He's literally been drifting around in the feud between Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon as a background player. That's all Randy Orton has been, and he's even publicly stated that he is not satisfied with his role as a babyface. He wants to turn heel, and he wants to go to Monday Night Raw, and you don't blame him, because he's been in an absolutely pathetic state all year, and he's plain and simple boring, and that's the opposite of what Orton should be. Number 6. Number 6, and I had to include him on here, it's Roman Reigns. Now, I didn't want to put Roman Reigns on this list, but like every year, Roman Reigns has been awful. He's been awful. I mean, in ring, he's put on some great matches, and you can't blame the guy, and that's why I didn't want to put him on this list. But this year really definitively proved that Roman Reigns is not the guy, and the fact that WWE has been shoving him down our throats consistently through the entire year. Wins over The Undertaker, over John Cena, and now with the Intercontinental Championship, over everybody on the Monday Night Raw roster. It's absolutely pathetic, their attempts to get Roman Reigns over. Coming out at number 30 in the Royal Rumble, beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania, beating John Cena at No Mercy, reforming the Shield just to get this guy over, giving him the Intercontinental Championship. They're all lackluster attempts to get this guy over, and it comes off as absolutely pathetic, and that's the type of year Roman Reigns has had. Besides that amazing feud with Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns has continued to be shoved down our throats, and it doesn't seem to stop in 2018, where it looks like he's going to win the Universal title. Number 5. It is both Tamina and Lana. These two, my God, are goddamn awful. And this is where we get to being bad in ring. My Lord, are these two god-awful inside that ring. Each and every single time Tamina steps in that ring, you can expect a matchup less than stellar. She's booked to absolute nausea, and that's why she's always in this enforcer role, because she's terrible in the ring. Don't even get me started with Lana, given 3 women's championship matches in a row in this summer, bro. Absolutely ridiculous. And the matches with Naomi were absolutely that. God awful. Lana is terrible, and I mean terrible, inside that ring. I do not know who made the decision to have this woman step in the ring instead of keeping her as Rusev's mouthpiece, where she was absolutely fantastic in the role. I don't get it. And now you have her with Tamina, where it's this thing, I don't even know what to call it, where Lana is Tamina's mouthpiece. It is ridiculous. Both of them are awful. Get it off my TV. Number 4. Booker T, a commentator. It ain't just the Superstars, bro. It's this guy. I don't even know how to put it, bro. I don't even know how to put it. Monday Night Raw commentary as of late is literally Booker T saying something that makes no goddamn sense, and Corey Graves trying to correct this guy while Michael Cole laughs in the goddamn background. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Instead of coming off as professional, instead of coming off as sharp and knowing what they're talking about, Booker T makes the commentary team seem like a joke. Monday Night Raw, your flagship program, and here you have this guy making an absolute mockery of it. He does not know what he's doing on commentary. He simply does not. He barely knows half the wrestlers' names. He took the heel role from Corey Graves, and I think that's something not enough people have noticed. Corey Graves was a heel commentator. He's now having to revert to half heel, half babyface because Booker T tried to take that role. It's ridiculous. It really is. Number 3. Enzo Amore. This guy. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin. He is a victim. He is a victim of WWE's booking. Why? Because he should have remained the tag team partner of Big Cass. It should still to this day be Enzo and Cass. But what did WWE decide to do? They decided to split the two. Now Big Cass is on the shelf injured, and we're left with this to witness. Enzo Amore. Enzo Amore not only is terrible in the ring, guy can barely put together a good match, but on top of that, he took the place of Neville as Cruiserweight Champion. How are you supposed to tell me that this guy is a valuable replacement for Neville? You've got to be kidding me, bro. Yeah, he's good on the mic, but does that qualify him, or does that justify him being a champion? I don't think so. This guy's terrible, and now you have him doing some goddamn angle with Nia Jax. Made an absolute mockery of the Cruiserweight division. It is ridiculous. Get this guy off my TV. Number 2. Dana Brooke. Now, I know some of you are saying, why is she on this list? She's barely on Monday Night Raw. It does not matter. It does not matter, because when we do see her on Monday Night Raw, my God, we are witness to some of the worst wrestling in the entirety of the WWE. God damn, is Dana Brooke awful. Holy shit. This is the living, breathing, in-ring skill of Eva Marie left in WWE. My lord, is Dana Brooke awful. Holy crap. And the funny thing is, she was actually quite decent in NXT, where she was actually getting practice in. She wasn't that bad. But when she comes to the main roster, you see all the holes. Dana Brooke is a product of somebody who's come up from NXT too soon and was not ready, and when they're on the main stage, that's when you start to see the flaws. She is absolutely terrible. If there's somebody who needs to be moved back down to NXT, it is Dana Brooke, because standing next to all those women, I say, what the hell is she doing there? My God. Number 1. And number 1, I think you guys can all predict who this one was going to be. Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal has been not only the modern day failure Raha, but I think hands down he is the worst WWE champion of all time, and that is not an exaggeration. He is the worst WWE champion of all time. We were forced to go through 6 months of this guy's awful title reign. The mic skills got progressively worse. Yeah, he had the look of a champion, but even that, I think that'd be credited to performance-enhancing drugs, but I'm not gonna go that far. And don't even get me started. Do not even get me started with this guy's in-ring skills. He was in the ring all year with guys like Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, the top-tier talent on Smackdown Live. And you mean to tell me it took 6 months and AJ Styles for this guy to have a decent matchup on the Smackdown Live in the UK where he lost the WWE Championship? My God, it was miserable. This guy brought the quality of Smackdown Live down all year and should have never been put in the position where he was the flagship thing on Smackdown Live. It was an experiment to grow the market in India. It was a failure, and you saw that it was going to be a failure from the beginning. Yet WWE kept this guy as your champion for 6 months, and we were all forced to suffer through it on a Smackdown Live that had talent like Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Rusev. You mean to tell me that this guy was your champion? Give me a break, bro. This guy is United States Championship material, and that's exactly what he should have been in the mid-card. But instead, WWE wanted to take it up a little bit more, and it absolutely failed. And it was to our loss, to our chagrin. So, I mean, that's why this guy is number 1 on this list. For now, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be your list on the top 10 worst WWE Superstars of 2017. Hopefully you enjoyed and agreed with everything that I had to say there, because those were adamantly probably the worst Superstars of the year. I don't think I would put that list any other way. So make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, and tell me if you agree with all of my choices, because for now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be Joel Perez of the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel, and for now, I am out of here. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. I will see you next time right here on Ringside Wrestling.